expenditure, the overexposure of personalities through these advertisements that has really raised the hackles. Do you agree with that?
Look at what is happening in Tamil Nadu. Just see everything. You know, it is just one person.
If you look at Mr. Sridhar, I agree with you to an extent for the simple reason that if you look at the basics of attention getting value of the advertisement, a repeated appearance of somebody's picture ultimately results into some kind of a rejection of that person. So it is no more a positive incentive. Second, I don't think you should criticize DAVP because DAVP pulls advertisements of the government, and the rates at which they are getting it done in itself is so economical that if each department would have gone on advertising on their own, not only the controversies but also the number of the kind of rates they would have got would have been far more higher than what the DAVP rates are.
My objection is
I do not agree with the student of advertisement managers that Mr. Sridhar, let me complete my argument. I mean, when you were making your point, I was listening to you. Third point, I do not agree entirely with this premise that if you put the pictures of somebody, that space is, if you remove it, the space will be saved. There is something called void space in the advertisement. These pictures get accommodated in the void space. If you look at normally, if you observe the layout, these pictures are bearing certain exceptions. Mostly they fill up the void space. So not necessarily that always you will end up saving the space. But I am not in favor, let me tell you once again, that I am not in favor of individuals' pictures being put in any kind of advertisement. It is not required. And Navika, I can tell you my own example that 5 years I was the health minister of Gujarat. Not a single advertisement carried my picture. So I am telling it with what I am preaching, I have practiced also, and I believe that it should not be done.
Sumant Raman, you are making a point of the point is that we've seen ads. If it was talking about saving of space, we've seen ads in today's papers where there is a full page ad on some function of the Ministry of Minority Affairs. Now, Prime Minister Narendra Modi's photograph is there, but the ministers are mentioned in single words. Now, the space used by the advertisement hasn't really reduced. The space continues to be the full page. Only the pictures of both Nadra and Mr. Naqvi are missing from that. So, is it solving the problem that actually the Supreme Court set out to solve?
It won't, Navika, it won't solve the problem, but I want to draw attention to the larger issue of this entire process, which also the Honorable Supreme Court has mentioned that this entire thing is seen as a form of patronage. You and I know that there are many publications in this country which are surviving purely on the munificence of the ruling party in those states, and that is completely wrong. This is a means of distributing public money as largesse and as patronage, and that is something which also has to be stopped. It's not just a question of absolute waste of money in terms of the absolute number of quantum of money that is wasted, but it's also the distribution of how it is given. I mean, you write good things about me, you get more patronage, and since the government is the largest advertiser in the country, that is simply another thing that the Honorable Supreme Court wants to stop. I don't think any right-thinking citizen would object to that. They would want that stopped, and that is because the executive has not built in a mechanism. The rules of the DAVP in terms of circulation figures, there are rules there, but they are routinely flouted in every state in this country, and you know as well as I do, the number, even national newspapers which you know, Navika, are existing today purely by carrying government advertisements.
That's the whole point. J.V. Shergill, you earlier made the point that there is a huge amount of loopholes that have been left in the way the DAVP actually functions. If the executive had tightened those areas, the judiciary would not have impinged on those areas. But the fact is that your government was in power for 10 years. Did you look at some of these loopholes that existed in the DAVP, as Sumant is pointing out? The largest being given by the political masters to several regional newspapers, national newspapers who thrive only on advertisements from the government. That hasn't been looked at. So clearly the Supreme Court is entering into this area because government after government has turned a blind eye.
Navika, I agree, but I also disagree with you. The reason is this. The DAVP guidelines are dated 2007, at least the latest version I know. Now, clause 1 of the guidelines, the clause 1, second line starts with that. The sole objective of the advertisement has to be government's intended message for the public. Now, when the panel was formed, led by Mr. N.R. Madhav Menon, he suggested, look, DAVP guidelines do say that it is for public, intended for public, but whether the photograph should be there, not there, what size, which personality's photograph, it is not addressed by DAVP. Yes, that issue was not addressed. But the Supreme Court also has the option, like it has done in many cases, to give the executive a chance. Look here, please rework on the guidelines, give us another model, and if we agree with it, well and good. If we disagree with, we get. So Supreme Court, with all the due respect, I respect the judgment, could have done this exercise of giving another opportunity to the executive during the course of the hearing.
Okay, Mr. Sridhar, that's the point political parties are making, that, in a federal structure where prime ministers are allowed, presidents are allowed, but governors and chief ministers are not allowed. Is that a valid argument, Mr. Sridhar?
Actually, there should be, no one should be there in any of those. I'll give you an example. A couple of weeks back, I saw an ad for India Post. And then the intent of that advertising, the reason why that was advertised is they created a app for a mobile phone to track your parcel. I don't see any need of why all the ministers' photographs, including Prime Minister's photograph, all the ministers' photographs have been used in that. Instead, you could have used the space to educate people how they could track and then use India Post. It should have actually helped the brand in India Post. That was the intent of that ad. That intent is being flaunted completely by putting the political gains. And what political parties have to gain from that? Their own personality, and tell people as if they have done it personally. They are not doing it personally. It is government money. They are doing their job. So why should they take credit for the job which they are supposed to do?
That's the whole point. That's the whole point, Mr. Jayanarayan Vyas and J.V. Shergill. The point Mr. Sridhar is making, that the executive has always, whatever be the advertisement, if it's a government department, always there will be pictures of ministers, even if they have nothing to do with the actual product that is being advertised. Unlike in the private sector, it's the product that becomes the prime. Here, it's the personalities that become the prime importance, and that is something that the Supreme Court has come down on. But you still think, Mr. Jayanarayan Vyas, this entire judgment needs to be refined. J.V. Shergill agrees with you. We'll have to wait and watch how this entire issue goes forward. I'm sure the way the states are reacting, some state likely to, ask for clarifications on this particular judgment. We'll of course have to wait for that to happen. At the moment, I'd like to thank Jayanarayan Vyas, J.V. Shergill, Mr. Sridhar, as well as Sumant C. Raman for joining me on this big debate on photos and whether political personality should be on every photograph or every advertisement, even when it is about a product that doesn't require it. That's all we have time for. It's signing off from the News Watch. Coming up after a very short break is Live Wire with Tina.
Tonight.